Hi guys, day 16, vulnerable video series. So, I really don't feel like making a video today. I didn't feel like getting out of bed today. I don't really know what's going on. There's like a whole bunch of stuff going on. But I've been like, I don't know, like walking through the fire kind of stuff. It's funny that that video of me showing everybody my belly fat and exposing myself in that way kind of brought up a whole other bunch of stuff. Um, so that day I went to go get a massage, and the massage was awesome. I really felt like I needed a lot of stretching in my neck. Like my neck just, and it still does. It feels like kind of like turtle, and like it needs to come out. Um, so during the massage, uh, and it's like an energetic healing massage. It's not like just going to like a massage place and just they massage you and that's it. Like it's a work, it's a job, it's a cleansing. Um, so she went into my right arm and um, hit some pressure points in there, and I was instantly like brought back to the accident and like feeling the impact of like hitting the cement and like how quickly I left my body in that moment. Um, so I was like telling my body, because you know your body's like its own entity. We think it, in my belief, how I see things, like we think it's just like a part. I mean, it's a part of us, but like it's its own thing as well. Like that's why they say mind, body, and soul. Like your mind is like one thing, your soul is this other thing, um, your body's this other thing, or like yeah. So, and I've been doing this work to like form like holistic relation with my body, honor my body, love my body, like include my body in things. Um, so I left my body like instantly at impact. The body was left like alone through it, and I felt all the fear, the you know the oh my god, like what just happened, and it felt alone. And so during the massage she was like, all right, I'm like here and I'm here to stay, right? Like I'm gonna be in this body and like commit to the body. And then that moved on, and I've just been crying nonstop. So not please forgive me, I'm not sorry or anything, but you know, like this is where I'm at. um so I thought exposing my belly was gonna be hard, but this stuff is way harder. So then, you know, she moved on and then was working on my left arm and was in there pushing on some pressure points, some, you know, like to release stuff, because I told you how like my hand's been going numb, and I some of it was fine, and then like my body was clearly like I heard clear like I'm done with that, like I need more focus on my neck. And I was like struggling to say that, to honor what my body was asking of me, and to say that to my massage therapist friend, who like holds such lovely energetic space. It's such a safe zone, and I'm so happy that it happened with her, because like I spoke up, and it was so hard for me, and I felt like a 4-year-old, like a 3-year-old. Like it was like, excuse me, I'm sorry, but like my body, I'm doing this thing where like I'm listening to my body, and my body doesn't really want that anymore. Like it wants more neck work, right? And like I said, I'm glad I'm with her, because like she knows the deal, she knows how it goes. So she was totally honoring that. She's like, "Oop, okay," and moved on to my neck. And the minute she started like pulling on my, not pulling, but you know, like stretching my neck out, my whole body was just like, oh, thank you. And then you know, we spoke afterwards, and she was like validating to me that she felt the same energetics, like when I said no more of the arm, that like my body was like, oh my God, you're really gonna listen to me, and you're really gonna honor me, and you're like, we're really gonna be in this together. And like, yes, yes, and yes, yes, my commitment to myself and to my body. But that brought up like the years that I've spent not honoring my body. Right? Like how many countless times I have just allowed things to happen to me. Which brings me to wanting to clear up. I was like listening to some of my videos because I was like, I gotta see what I'm saying. um, and I keep like saying that I don't want to be a victim, or I'm not a victim. I don't choose being a victim. And like, to be clear, what I mean about that is like, I like made a choice many years ago to have accountability for myself in my life, to not always be pointing outwards or blaming outside things, and I'm the common denominator in all my life experiences, right? So I take part in that. So I'm always like looking to find out where did I create this? Where did this come from within me, right? Because I feel like that's where the real work lies, in creating your life. Like, is seeing what you're creating, and how you want to recreate, or like, that's a whole other topic. But so that's what I mean about not being a victim. It's like, I just want to have accountability for myself in my life and in all my creations. So with that said, like, I've allowed a lot of things to happen to my body. And it's funny because when I like re-listened to the one about like hiding my gut, and it's like, that's what I've been doing, even like energetically. Like, I hide my gut. Like, I have gut instincts. I have like these real deal feelings of like, this is good for me or this is not good for me. And I have ignored it so much. Just like so much, from like simple things to like when I get my eyebrows done and I see that she's making them too thin, and instead of speaking up and being like, no, excuse me, like they're too thin, I prefer them this way. Or getting haircuts that I'm like, why did I just let that go down? Or at a restaurant, if somebody like serves you the wrong thing and it's like, oh, I don't want to bother, it's just like, whatever, I'll just eat it like this. Or and to the deeper things where it's like things that have happened sexually that like I didn't really want, but I didn't speak up and I didn't say no. I froze and I just let shit happen, and I mean, I could go on, like, because that's what happened, right? Like, once I like spoke up and like trusted my gut and stood up for myself and honored my body and what it was asking of me, then it was like I was flooded with all these times that I didn't. And like what I hear right now is like, be super kind to yourself, Thelma, right? Like, and forgive yourself. Like, you've been doing the best you can. But so yeah, that was brought up about trusting my gut more. And like, so yesterday I was like really tired, and today I'm like exhausted, and I kind of feel like I was getting sick, like my throat. Funny, because I had to talk and I didn't want to talk about any of this stuff, because this is like the real exposing yourself, right? Like, showing my belly fat is kind of like easy compared to these kinds of talks. But I committed to it and I said I would do it, so I'm doing it. And it also brought up like, I don't even know. Listen, before I start the video, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll talk about this, I'll talk about that, and then once I'm here, it's like, it's almost like the topic shows up and I have to like just follow that energy. So today I'm like super honoring my body, and I'm going to make myself some tea. My body said tea, fasting. I just heard clear like let's not put anything in it right now. Let's let it clear everything out. Do a hot bath with Epsom salt and do a lot of stretching. Like I just need to like stretch. Like I've been doing kickboxing because kickboxing is fun. Like I get to like move and be in my body, and like I said, I was a firecracker when I was a teenager, and I used to like fighting. There was just something about it. I enjoyed it. So kickboxing gives me that feeling, but my body's been like, I just want to be held. And I don't mean like held by external things. Like I mean like held by me. Like, so stretching is like a really great holding. And I've been like wanting heat, like just to feel like warm and stretching, almost like being in a womb or something. Or like before I had Noah, I did a lot of cocooning. Like that's what I would call it. So I kind of live like a recluse. I don't really do social media. Like I'm so out of my comfort zone right now. Like I live like a hermit. Me and my son, you know, I know I was doing Instagram for a while, but even that I was like, I don't really want to. And Facebook is like, bah. Because, and this is one of the things that, I don't know, maybe this video is too long. Maybe nobody's going to watch it. Better for me, right? But this Facebook thing, it was like, I'd go on and it's like a reel of the highlights of everybody's life, right? And I have this thing with comparing. I'm like always comparing. Well, that person has this and I don't. That person has that and I don't. And then I go into these like, oh, poor me things, right? So to avoid all that, I just don't go there. Kind of like I don't get on the scale, right? Like I don't even go there. But that doesn't mean it's not there, right? So it's there. So the thing is not to ignore it, which is funny because I've been asking for more awareness. Like I want to see my blind spots because I'm ready to grow more. So I've asked the universe for this, and then I get the messages like, well, get on Facebook, face that, face Facebook, face yourself, like look at yourself, get out there. You've been hiding. I live like a hermit. I'm a recluse, right? So like get out. You got to step out. And that was one of the things that was weighing on me yesterday, was like, so I remember watching this Will and Grace show years ago. We don't have TV. I mean, we have a TV, but we just stream. I don't have cable or anything. But this was like years and years and years ago. It might have even been before the accident. I don't know. But I remember them like reading some magazine saying about like 5 pillars of success, and that there's always one that's off. And I don't remember the pillars. I remember like it was like career, love life, health. I don't remember, but I don't have any of those, right? Like I'm single. I don't own anything. I'm healthy, but clearly, I don't have that. So, and the crazy, this is when like I feel like I live in both worlds, because I've chosen for all of this, but every once in a while, like I'll get all down on myself about it, like, oh well, I didn't do the college thing, and I don't have a career, and I didn't get married, and not that I'm like dead, because I know I can still do all these things, but that's the thing, right? Like, I don't really know if I even want to. I just think that it's like so bombarded, and we're just so programmed into thinking that that's what it is, that, I get tripped up. It's like unlearning what I've been taught forever. Like there was supposed to be this Prince Charming that came along and like fixed everything. Like, I don't know, or there's supposed to be this career that I just love, and then, life all of a sudden is awesome. And then I become successful. I don't know if that's true for me, but sometimes I get into it and I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. And when I'm like tired and emotionally exhausted, I do want to be in partnership with somebody, but I haven't really found somebody that I feel like, oh, I can stand behind this dude. Yeah, like, and that might be another 10-minute talk, so maybe I'll save that one for another day, but just because somebody asked me this week, like, how could I be single? I'm like chronically single. I'm always single for the most part. I mean, I have relationships here and there, never last more than like a year or two max. But I just haven't found somebody that I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to do this. I mean, I guess I did Gaston, but that didn't work like that. So, and it's interesting because I feel like Gaston was more of the kind of man that like I would want to spend my life with at 17, 18, 19, 20 than any of the men I've been in relation with after that. And they've been older, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll talk about that another day. I've already been rambling for almost 17 minutes. I think this is my longest video yet. So yeah, I'm gonna take a hot bath and drink tea and stretch until I have to go pick up Noah. My sister-in-law sent me, like on Instagram, I got back on there, and she sent me this like picture of my nephews. God bless them, I love them so much, and it said like something to the effect of, I can never forget that I'm a queen because my sons never let the crown fall off my head. And I started crying when I read that. Yeah. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Oh, and my gratitude. I've been told like a handful of. I'm being modest. I've been told a lot in my life over the years. Yeah, that that I stay with people. That like people remember me. I get told that a lot. That they think of me often and that I've made an impact in their lives. And thank you. I really, really, really appreciate it. That makes me feel successful. That makes me feel like I lived a life worth living, right? Those are the things that I aspire to. Thank you. That's my gratitude for today. I guess in a way, it's thank you to you and like thank you to me. All right, guys. Much love. See you next time.